Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 7. My name is Brene Major, and I'll be presenting the current events presentation for the week. An article that I came across was called Philippine President Elect Expected to Control His Anger After Taking Office. So, when I first read that title of the article, I'm thinking, well, what exactly does that mean? What kind of president elect needs to control his anger? So, the article is about the recently elected Filipino president, Rodrigo Duterte. He was elected about a month ago. He won 40% of the vote over 4 additional candidates. So Rodrigo Duterte is a very different type of candidate than I think that most of us would think about. He is known as a hothead. He's been known to curse at journalists when they opposed him or said something that he didn't like. He's also been known to threaten people, to threaten different journalists. And he's also cursed and said not so good things about the Pope. There was a time where the Pope came to the Philippines and there was a lot of traffic, and Duterte was not happy about that. He's since apologized for his statements towards the Pope. However, apologies are not typically something that's in his bag of tricks. He typically will not apologize. He says exactly what he means, and that's it. And if you don't like it, then that is your own problem. So I think really when I think about a president, I think about somebody who's more slow to anger, somebody who's more diplomatic, and who can really appeal to the people and control his or her own emotions while they're acting as that type of leader. Duterte is not quite that person. So Duterte really says exactly what he means. He doesn't manage his feelings very well. As I was reading through the article, there weren't a whole lot of good things to say in the first article. So I went over to another article to try to understand why he was really so influential and why he was popular in the Philippines. So many people felt as though Duterte was very clear on how he felt, and he said exactly how he felt, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Duterte was previously a mayor in one of the Filipino cities. He was very tough on crime. He was known as the Punisher. So if he said that he was going to stop or end crime or punish criminals, then that's exactly what he did. That is one of the main reasons why he appealed to the Filipino people and why he is now president. In the past, there have been people who said that they wanted to do certain things within the government and really didn't do it. So the Filipino people were really looking for somebody to be firm and to really do what they said they were going to do. So, reading these articles, I can see both sides of the story. I can see how people want someone that's firm, want someone who's willing to do things, but I can also see how people would really be reserved and somewhat apprehensive for a leader like Duterte. So many of his advisors are saying that they are sure that he's going to be slower to anger and that he's going to be a good candidate in office. So these articles that I'm presenting to you today, I've reviewed them and I came up with a few questions that I hope spark some stimulating conversation with the class. So the first question that I had was, do you think that Duterte is competent in any of the EQ skills? He doesn't really seem to manage himself very well, but is he socially aware? Is he self-aware? And does he have good relationship management skills? Also, why do you think Duterte was so popular in the Philippines? Was it something about his personality or something about what he did for the Filipino people? And as my last question, I want to propose is that we know that EQ skills can be improved with practice and with time. So do you think that Duterte will begin to manage himself more effectively once he takes office? There's many people in his group that feel like he can, but do you think that someone who's been acting a certain way for many years, Duterte is now 70 years old, do you think that this is something that can really happen for him and the Filipino people. So I hope that you enjoyed the articles, and I look forward to the discussion. Bye bye.